Hi there, I'm Robin Vogels from Personnel Relocations and Immigrant Networks. The title of this video may have caught your eye, what can go wrong? And I've come across so many relocations who are just waiting for something to go wrong in their relocation. They micromanage every single part of it in the hope that nothing could go wrong. And I thought I would just jump online and share a couple of stories. I might share them over a few episodes, but share stories of things that go wrong that you probably couldn't have even envisaged would go wrong. And these are real life stories from relocations that I've moved. So first, let's just talk about fear. I mean, fear is, we all fear what we don't know. A child fears the monster under their bed until you check it for them and there's no monster there. So, there's a lot of talk about facing your fears, and I'm no psychologist, but just you need to understand that when you're moving country, you don't really understand where you're moving, what to expect, and that's where the fear comes in. It's a bit like that monster under the bed. Until you look at it in the eye, you're going to be afraid of it because you don't know what to expect. So relocation fear is real. You can't necessarily get away from it. A human's basic need is to have food, shelter, love. And a relocation rips that comfort blanket right out from underneath you. So understand that you can't delay it. You can't think it's not going to happen to me, because it probably will. And you need to actually acknowledge it and find out the information that you need to be able to cope with it. And this blog or this video is not to incite fear into you. I really want you to share some true life stories about things that can go wrong. Because I want you to realize that even your best laid plans can go wrong. And no matter how much you try and micromanage, there could still be a curveball that you haven't even thought of. So today I thought I would start with my Italian clients. Let's start with them. I moved them a few years ago. First night in Australia is one I would not have wanted anybody to go through. Lovely family. Both the husband and wife worked for the same company. It was one of my retail clients, in fact. And this wasn't their first move. I think, if I remember correctly, it was probably their fifth or sixth even international relocation. So they were seasoned expats. What could go wrong? They thought, we know it all, we know the drill, we're good with this. And this relocation was still in the days when estate agents wouldn't process rental applications without the tenant inspecting it. So I would shortlist homes, collect the family for a day on the road. And yes, this was in the day when the estate agents didn't only give us 15-minute inspection time. So I could actually plan back-to-back private inspections. Those were good days. Anyway, the corporate had put the family into a furnished apartment for 4 weeks so we could find a home. And as usual on day one, I went out to go meet with them, share some gifts and discuss the next steps. Discuss the homes we're going to go see that I had shortlisted. Just thinking about the good old days is making me realize how unfriendly some of the house hunting is these days. But anyway, I went to go and collect the family. I arrived at 9 p.m. and I sent a text message to say I'm here. And I moved around to the back of the car to just get the children's car seats into place, make sure that they were all secure, but nobody arrived. And given that they were jet lagged and had 2 children under the age of 8, I waited. I mean, you don't want to text again and chase them. I built some time into the schedule, so I thought I would just wait. Eventually I called, and Nikki answered the phone in a very sort of muffled way, like I had woken her or she just wasn't right. And she just said, Robin, we can't go out. Claudio's not here. He's in hospital. We need help. And that was about as much as I needed to hear to move the car out of the pickup zone and into an all-day car park and put my mom hat on, as I like to call it. And I spent the day looking after the kids so that Nicolette could get to the hospital. I was the only person they knew, and certainly the only person that Nicolette knew to leave her children with. That's a big thing when you arrive in a big country. You just don't leave your kids with anybody. Claudio had actually developed kidney stones in the middle of the night. And when you call for an ambulance and don't know it's only kidney stones, not that kidney stones are likely, but when it's your first night in the country, you have to make a decision between your children and your husband. And that's pretty gut-wrenching. Nicolette and I are still in contact today, and even though she's another 3 countries removed on, she could not thank us enough for what we had prepared for and what we did. The fact that we had prepared her with the emergency telephone numbers, with the nurse on call telephone numbers, which is all part of our normal protocol, if I can call it that. She knew that she could turn to our welcome book and get help straight away. While she was thankful, I, on the other hand, reprimanded her for not calling me, because she knows that I keep my phone on 24/7 for emergencies. So, I just wanted to share one of those stories with you. When it takes time to move, you need to move with people that you can trust as well. And again, my point here is not to scare anybody, but things can go wrong, and you can't micromanage your relocation, because there's just things that are going to be out of your control. But if you need any further help, please feel free to contact us. We're at Personal Relocations. We're across all the social media channels, and we'd love to help you. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.